High in the castle turret, an old king looked upon his son. The young prince, soon to be king, listened intently. His father, weathered by years of rule, shared wisdom gathered over a lifetime. "My son," the king began, his voice a low rumble, "you are about to inherit a kingdom." His gaze swept across the bustling city below. But true leadership, he cautioned, is not about inheriting power, it's about understanding its weight. The prince, eager to prove himself, shifted slightly. He longed to rule with the same strength and wisdom his father possessed. The old king, noticing his son's impatience, smiled faintly. He placed a hand on his son's shoulder, his eyes twinkling with experience. "Patience, my boy," he advised. "A good ruler never stops learning." The old king, his voice heavy with the weight of his words, continued. "Listen closely," he urged, "for I will not share these lessons again." The prince leaned in, his heart pounding in his chest. He knew the importance of this moment. The fate of the kingdom, his future, rested on his ability to absorb his father's wisdom. "A true leader," the king began, his voice echoing in the stone chamber, "must possess a compassionate heart." He explained, "Empathy is not weakness, but strength." To illustrate, he recounted the story of King Edward, who, known for his compassion, earned the love of his people and united a fractured kingdom. The old king continued, "A leader must also possess a clear vision." He emphasized, "Without a destination, your kingdom will drift aimlessly." He spoke of Queen Elanar, who, with her foresight, fortified the kingdom against potential threats, ensuring its prosperity for generations. And finally, the king declared, "A leader must be resilient." He stressed, "Challenges will arise, testing your resolve." He recounted the tale of King Richard, who, facing a devastating plague, rallied his people with unwavering courage and led them through the crisis. The old king, his voice tinged with a hint of sadness, continued, "The crown," he stated, "is heavy with the weight of responsibility." He explained, "Every decision you make affects the lives of your people." He urged his son to always consider the consequences of his actions. Power, the king warned, can be intoxicating, but it must always be balanced with accountability. He reminded his son of King John, whose abuse of power led to rebellion and unrest. "Remember," he stressed, "true power lies in serving your people, not ruling over them." The old king, his voice filled with the wisdom of experience, continued, "A wise ruler," he advised, "never forgets that true power comes with a solemn duty to protect and care for their people." The prince, his brow furrowed in contemplation, absorbed his father's words.